fuck is up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be going over a few tips and tricks for y'all on CarX. I'm gonna be showing y'all some camera settings, some tune tips, some dyno setting stuff. I'm gonna be going over a lot of stuff. Alright, man, so first things first, how to drift smooth in CarX Driftracing online. I will be leaving this carrot tune. I will be leaving this in the description below, so make sure to go grab this, try it out, man, and you can look at the tune yourself. A couple of the things you kind of want to focus on here is tire pressure, bro. Typically, front tires should be lower, okay? More KPA, the harder your tire is, all right? The less KPA, the more squishy it is, if that makes sense. You feel me? So for most tunes in 90, 80H, you don't want a whole lot of pressure in the front because your ass end of your car is gonna be what's steering you around. You feel me? Rear is where all the magic happens. Okay, 220, that's my sweet spot. That kind of helps me, you know, on my transitions, keep that angle on most of these big turns you see. Let's get to the more important stuff. So brakes are key. Your brake torque, strength, and like the speed of the car when you're braking. Higher the brake torque, the more your car reacts. If I crank this up, when I press my brake, it's gonna fucking jolt, you know. If I have this all the way down, the car might not do a whole lot when I brake. That's what we're looking for, okay? Our front brake bias, this is also key. Keep this around 70. Front brake bias, typically this is very, very important when rocking these type of tunes. What this brake bias does is at 70%, around there, it's the perfect little sweet spot where you can still hold that brake a little bit and hold that angle and keep your speed as well. What ABS does for you in game, and I'll show you guys as well, locks you in place during transitions, during tandems, stuff like that, okay? This ABS kind of locks you in and holds you there. Next, we're gonna go over engine, okay? Since I use a lot of brakes, on my tandems, you need power, okay? But you also don't want so much power to where you're leaving everyone in the dust. The engine tune-up, I crank this up, okay? It's how fast it accelerates, things like that. Max torque, this is the car's top speed when the engine power is at its highest. So we want this torque down, we want our engine tune up. Rev limiter, crank that bitch up. I typically crank this all the way up, and that's just what I found has helped me. Typically for transmission, vicious limited slip differential, you can try all these out. I have just done so much trial and error with these things that I've kind of found a sweet spot that works, okay? Because it takes a lot of trial and error. Final drive usually is how the car performs at, you know, top speeds when you're modding. I like it a little bit lower than my first gear. Typically my gear one is always going to be my highest, and then I staircase it down. Kind of a big difference from my first gear. That way when I do shift, it's a noticeable difference. It's a little bit faster, it's a little bit smoother, right? Staircase these out. Your final drive should always be at least like 50, 60 higher. Caster should be 0. This reduces the grip of the tires at large drift angles. Max steering angle 65. I like my angles. I like being able to have flexibility, so I like 65. Ackerman 65 as well. If you go too high, you're gonna keep spinning out, okay? So make sure you keep that around 65%. So here's the stiffness, you guys. I like to keep these kind of the similar values. I will leave this tune in the description as well, so y'all can try it yourselves and y'all can look at it as well. Alright, man. So now I want to touch on cameras. Camera settings, huge. It can make or break how your clips look, how in sync you actually are compared to the other person's point of view. Camera 7 for console and PC, gonna be your best camera for console players. And I also highly suggest that PC use camera 7 as well when making your custom cameras. And I will be leaving my custom camera below for y'all to try out, y'all PC guys. If you're using console, I suggest lowering your FOV as well. So lowering your FOV while in camera 7 is probably your best bet on console if you're trying to replicate PC custom cameras, okay? Okay, so this is typically the settings that I like to go with. This is on camera 7 as well. I'll keep this here for y'all if you want to copy it or download it. I'll leave it in the description below. If it's not loading, or if you loaded it and everything like that, make sure you, if you just simply click on another person's name when spectating, your camera should readjust after that, okay? Alright guys, so your analog stick should be pulled towards your stomach. So what I mean by that is pull your analog stick down the entire run. I want you to make a moon shape during your transitions, okay? Nice, slow movements. Remember, less is more. Okay, when you guys are in these big tandems like this, you'll see I'm faster, I'm not going slower, I'm just maintaining what I have, and I hold everything. Hold my analogs, my triggers, and then I readjust for the transition. Less brake, more gas on those transitions, but also braking, small braking is key. Make sure you're using the different gears, stuff like that, and yeah, bro, moon shape, maintain your speed. And yeah, bro, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to check the description for all the links, all the tunes, all the stuff like that. Discords, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy, man.